Well, hello, Trevor here from Double Bill Movies. Right, I thought I'd do something slightly different for a video. I've not done a wish list before, I don't think, or anything like that, so I thought I'd do one. So, there's a couple of these I would like to do, but this one is from 88. So, these are films that 88 have released that I would like to see on 4K. So I have 4 from the Slasher collection. I mean, essentially, I'd like everything on 4K, but, you know, needs must, and there's priorities. So these are my priorities. And that would be, let's get them in order. There we go. Terrible. Right, anyway. Slaughterhouse. Now I believe that either Severin or Vinegar Syndrome have this. I think Severin have this because you know it's Severin that 88 have been working closely with over the years. Maybe that's where they got their master from to create this. But I mean, okay, so if 88 can't do a 4K of this, I just hope we get one because this I think is a brilliant horror film. I really like that one. So there you go, that's number 5 in the Slasher collection, and that's an original one with the original transparent or translucent red case. This one was a bit of a surprise to me. I hadn't seen it before when I bought it, and I had no idea what I was in for. But I actually found I really like it. And this is the reversible art, so this is Drive-In Massacre. This is number 20 on the Slasher collection. This is also an original with the translucent red. And you can see the other artwork. Well, not very well. So I'll show you. There you go. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy it actually, and the last time I watched it on my big screen, and I could see that the film stock, some of it was, yeah, not amazing, but some of it just looked really, really nice, and I got a really, really good experience from watching it. You know, it was, because I've blown it up as big as I do on my screen, it was like I was actually watching film, and that's always a nice experience. So there we go, Drive-In Massacre. This one's got a slip. I think I have all the slips for the Slasher collection. I might be missing 1 or 2, but no, I'm pretty sure I've got all of them, and the only 2 I don't have original ones for are the 2 Sleepaway Camp ones. I waited and waited because I was hoping for a box set, but 88 just couldn't get the rights to the first one. Anyway, Mountain Top Motel Massacre. I really like this film. First time I watched it, I was like, but then when I watched it on Better Picture, and then more recently when I watched it on my projector, it's a really good film. It has all the elements for a horror film that you want, and yeah, I really like it. Let's take the slip off, shall we? So you might recognise that cover. Again, I think Severin have a copy of this, but yeah, no 4K as yet. Then this one, which I believe I think Toby Hooper's involved with this one, and it is Intruder. Now, first time I saw this artwork, I thought, oh well, that's great artwork, and you know, none of it's going to be in the film. but actually all of it's in the film. I was really impressed, and bit of a weird cover, that one, but there you go. But again, hadn't seen it before. When I bought this SKU and I watched it, I was like, wow, that's actually a really, really good film. Because as some of you know, the slasher collection is a bit hit and miss. There's some really great films in there, and there's some pretty crap films in there. But you know, if you're like me and you want to collect them all, then you do. Okay, what else? So 88 did a series of releases called The Vault. I think they only did 10 titles. I have 9 of them. I wasn't too keen on, I think it was the second one. I wasn't that fussed about it, but I kind of now wish I had it. And you know, so I might have to hunt it down for the slip. But just to complete the collection, and I'll probably find it's a good film. But this one is Pigs. Now, twice I've tried to watch this. The last time I watched it was on my big screen, and I was really enjoying it until I started to fall asleep. So I still need to watch it again without falling asleep to see it all the way through. But it is a good film. I do really like it. I like the image quality. So this would obviously become my crusty version if they did a 4K. And yes, it would be nice to see how it's supposed to look. It doesn't look awful on this, just very washed out and but grimy. But maybe that's how it's meant to look, who knows. Right, this one I had not seen before, and I think it has Viggo Mortensen in it. And this is one of the MGM releases that 88 put out, and it is Prison. So again, I'd never seen this before, I'd never heard of it. This was me back in the sort of the day when I was blind buying a lot of things, which I don't really do anymore. But yes, it was a good discovery. I like this. And of course this one comes in a black case. So most of you might know that cover. I think that's the original VHS cover. Yes, really good film. Okay, so another one which was a bit of a surprise in how much I actually liked it. And I thought it was connected to the original very, very well. The original is, of course, a Stephen King story. And that one is Carrie. But this one is called The Rage, Carrie 2. When this really gets going at the end and she starts to let loose, I really like what happens. I think it's brilliant. So there you go. And lovely, one of those sort of velvety matte slip covers, that one there. But yes, would love to see that on 4K to go with 4K of Carrie. This film covered lots of areas for me. So it covers World War II, kind of covers comic books, it covers sort of aliens and monsters kind of thing, and with a bit of gore and horror sort of thrown in as well. So it ticks a lot of boxes. And actually, this artwork, you sort of think, oh yeah, maybe that's not going to be in the film, but again, it is. And it is Zone Troopers. Now if you love your comic book films, this is definitely for you. It starts where there's a GI basically sitting reading a comic. You know, World War II is happening, and then suddenly they start to realise that certain things are actually happening that were in the comic. And yes, they come across this ship and everything, and wow, that's a bit strange technology and everything for 1940s. But it's a brilliant film. This is a really nice addition. There's the alien, and yeah, to see that on 4K would be really special, I think. Now this one was yet another sort of blind buy, and I can't remember where I first watched it, because actually buying this SKU was not a blind buy, because I already knew about the film. I must have seen it somewhere else. I think I saw it on Amazon Prime, or maybe it was on YouTube. But yes, was really excited when 88 announced this, and that is Humanoids from the Deep. Again, this is another MGM title. This is another one of those lovely matte finish slipcovers. There's the lovely artwork. So yes, please, excuse me. So yes, please, a 4K of this, that would be brilliant. Right, one of the many Jaws rip-offs, but I actually really like this version. It involves a very grisly bear, and it is grisly. So again, got a nice slip on this. There's your, I guess that's the VHS artwork. Now for the most part, the picture on this is actually really nice, but I think some colours are sort of missing. It looks a little bit washed out in places, but it did look great on my projector. But I would definitely love to see a 4K of this, so I can see it properly and see it all nicely restored and everything like that. So that's Grizzly. Now a couple of video nasties. I'm kind of hoping that any company who releases a video nasty puts it out on 4K. We're actually getting quite a lot of them on 4K now. A good chunk of section 1 is now on 4K. So that's brilliant. Let's get more of them on 4K, because that's where they belong, isn't it, really? So this one I sort of did a small bit of a video on recently, and this is Evil Speak. And what I found about this Blu-ray was the colours, they're all sort of wrong. There's not enough contrast in the image whatsoever, and what I showed was the kind of the VHS sort of DVD version. It was a standard definition version which is contained on this, and the contrast was much better. And if you remember those two pictures that I showed, you could see the harness that was carrying what's his name, Mr. Howard, Ron Howard's brother, Clint Howard, there we go. And so if they did do a 4K, I would hope that the picture looks like the standard definition version on here and not this Blu-ray version. I'd be really disappointed if it looked like that. So it needs all the contrast put back in. It needs to be darkened down to look actually like a horror film. Horror films are meant to be dark and all that kind of stuff. So yes, once I found out this was a video nasty and that 88 were releasing this, I jumped at the chance to get it so I could get it with the slip. It's actually a very old release now from 88. It's been out a long time. And then last but not least, now sadly I only have the special slipcover of this. My release inside is a proper release, but it's kind of a reissue. I got the slip due to taking part of a fundraiser that 88 put out when they wanted to restore 4 movies. Now I could have got out the remastered version and shown you that, but I wanted to show you this one. And it is Anthropophagus the Beast. So there we go. That's my wish list for 88 to put out 4Ks. So there you go. The fact that I've got a blue case instead of a clear case, and there's no art cards in here. They just must have had some slip covers left over, and so one of my perks for being part of the fundraiser was to get the slip. Well, and the film. I got the film too, but it, like I said, it doesn't have the art cards. But I think it did come with this little inlay. And of course it's got the same artwork as the slip, but so if I can find like a CX version which has this but beaten up, I've got a nice good slip to go on top, haven't I? If I can get the art cards and everything like that. So there you go. what do you think of my 88 pics that I wish for 4Ks of? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know what 88 films you would like to see get a 4K done. I'll be really interested to find out what you would like from them. I shall do this wish list again, but for someone else, so possibly Arrow, don't you think? So give this video a thumbs up. Hope you enjoyed it, something a little bit different. Take it easy.